Okay, check this out. I've been trying to create my own version of the SR Latch because I'm studying basic electronics and I want to learn how they work. So I kind of got an idea of how this works, but it's easy when you have the abstraction of an OR gate in your head. So I said, why not try to actually make an OR gate myself? And I started out by basically just creating the basic building blocks of an OR gate, so a NOT operation and then an OR operation, which is what I did here, basically a shitty NOT gate and then a shitty OR gate. Forgot to name it. So the problem, actually this one is pretty good. It's not really shitty, but this one is pretty shitty because the output, as you can see, okay, it has a default of 2.9 millivolts, but that's fine. When you throw it up, when you have the input off, the output will be 2.5 volts. That's because it's secretly a voltage divider, so it was pretty shitty. The SR latch, I mean, works. It works, but if you define some very weird specifications, like for example, if we set it, it will have 5 volts, but when it will be holding it with no input set on, it will jump to 3 volts. So that was pretty weird. So I'm gonna try to make a better version of it, because I managed to create a better version of a NOT gate. This one doesn't leak any doesn't lose any voltage because the output of the previous NOT gate just gets thrown into another transistor, and so we have about 5 volts left. So that's pretty good, in my opinion. That's pretty good. So I'm gonna try to make this have this. And how you do that is basically... Oh, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna remove this plot because I don't need it. And I'm gonna copy everything here. Oh, that was nice. Hold on. Okay, let's remove this BS. And so this is going to be my, let's call it a renewed NOT gate. And okay, I'm going to move it down. So we just take this. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, okay. Let's move it down. So we take this. This is the input with the resistor. Yeah, we have it. So okay, I can just take this and basically move it down here. Is that correct? Yeah, it should be fine. We have 5 volts everywhere. The input is here, and this here will be the output. So you simply connect it here, and you form another. Why does it connect to this? What the fuck? Okay. So I will paste this all the way here again and make a second one. So this time I hope it's gonna be better. We'll have a better result. Let me see, let me append an output, analog output here. So this should be the output voltage. Okay, so if we run it, it will be at 1 volt. That's not nice. That's really not nice. It's not as good as I thought it would. Yeah, because some parts of it are going here and you're losing. I don't like that at all. I guess you could bump up the resistance. So you would get a lower voltage here. But that doesn't seem to affect it at all. Wait, hold on. It doesn't seem to affect it at all. Hold on, let me try. Okay, if we set it, it will jump to 4 volts, 4.5. And then it goes to 4 volts. I guess that's better than before. If you reset it, it will jump to 0.2 volts. That's better than before, honestly. Still not ideal, but a lot better, definitely. I could say that it's a lot better. What does Arduino count as high? Minimum required voltage for a digital output. It says that input high is 0.6 VCC or more, and input low is 0.3 VCC or less. At VCC equals 5. What's in between is undefined. Maybe okay, that's fair. So this was just a random thing I checked. Don't worry about it. So okay. I still have this, which I don't like. I would prefer it just stay 4.5, but what really happens is this goes here. You have an additional voltage, which means that more will flow here, more will flow here. More will flow here, more will flow here, which should mean that this will flow less. What the fuck, why is it doing that? I can't seem to find out. Let me see what happens if we jack that motherfucker to 1K. 4.3. Wow, somehow we get better results with this. Jesus, okay. That's nice. Hey, that's nice, that's nice. What if I do... Yeah, that wouldn't work if I did this. No, this wouldn't work. I mean, you have a default of 1 volt if you just at the beginning. But then it goes to 4. And it drops 0.2 volts. When you set it, though, it goes to 0.2 volts and stays there. At the beginning, though, we have a whole volt here. I don't know why. Which is a problem. Which is a problemo. I'm not gonna figure this out right now, but I just wanted to show you this idea of mine of how to build an SR Latch, because I still haven't looked at how they actually do them. So I just wanted to make my own schematic from scratch without even knowing how they do it. Just trying out the logic by myself and seeing if I can come up with something. So okay, yeah, that was all.